I used to strive a lot, like wanting to get somewhere. And I remember when I just launched my book, that I was doing a lot of PR. And I remember getting, an article in Marie Claire and beginning to write for the Huffington Post and getting on television and and every time that something like that happened, I thought, I've made it. But there was always something more to strive for. The what's next syndrome, as I call it. What's next, what's next, what's next? In fact, it could even be called the horizon effect, actually, because I don't know about you, but if you look at the horizon and you want to get there, you actually never get there, right? But this was the same thing. It was like, what's next on the agenda? What's next? What's next? Striving for that thing. And now as I look back, I don't even know what that thing was. I thought that somehow fame and fortune was what I was really striving for, kind of. But what I realize now is that striving is just another way of saying I'm not really okay with where I am right now. And I don't know about you, if you're attempting to strive to be somewhere, that for me what I've realized is that it's just an indication of not being in the here and the now and being okay with where you are versus wanting to be somewhere else. But it was never enough. And so it was like this addiction to somewhere else versus being here. And what I've realized recently is there actually isn't anywhere to get to. Because that's just another illusion of the head that kind of goes, yeah, we need to get there. You know, in business especially, like, we need to get there, we need to grow, we need to strive, we need to... But the dandelion hangs out, it does its thing, it doesn't want to be anything else other than a dandelion. A blade of grass doesn't want to be anything other than what it is. Now, while we have the capacity to think, it occurs to me that we also have the capacity to be. Just like the dandelion, just like the blade of grass. And it's by being who we are versus doing who we are that allows us to stop wanting to strive. And while stepping out and impacting other people and making a difference is a wonderful thing, it can be done in a way that doesn't have this edgy kind of anxiety around it, you know? It can be done in a way that is soft and has rhythm and kind of like the dandelion that has its spores blowing in the wind. It kind of has impact but doesn't necessarily kind of have this frenetic energy behind it. So I found that any moment that I kind of get myself back into that place of striving, I just observe it and realize that it's just an indication that I've forgotten that it's okay just to be me and just to follow my own rhythm.